students, in the last session we saw what is Euclidean algorithm. In this session we are going to see what is extended Euclidean algorithm. As you all know, we have used Euclidean algorithm to calculate the GCD of two values. Now we are going to use extended Euclidean algorithm to calculate the multiplicative inverse of the two values. So the final procedure to obtain the formal procedure to obtain the inverse of C modulo B is called extended Euclidean algorithm. Inverse of C modulo B. It assumes that B and C are relatively prime, or GCD of B comma C is equal to 1. Next, this is the algorithm. So if you want to compute the inverse of some value, then what we have to do? See, this is the algorithm which you have to follow. By just seeing the algorithm, there's nothing to explain it. If we go with the problem, then you can understand it very easily. So we'll move on to the problem now. We'll refer this algorithm and I'll explain the problem. Yes, see. Now what we have to do? Now we have to calculate the inverse of 12 modulo 17 using extended Euclidean algorithm. So what is B value here? B value is 79 and the C value is 12. So you can also write like this, GCD of 79 comma 12. So what is B value? B value is B value is 79 and the C value is 12. Okay. So what should be the answer? Always what we have to do is, so after inversing, we have to get the remainder as the 1. So that is the final solution. There in the GCD we have to follow the steps, or we have to repeat the steps until we get the remainder as 0. In the calculation of the inverse operation, we have to repeat the process or steps until we get the remainder as 1. See, the remainder should be 1, then we can stop the operation. Okay. So first, what is the first step? So B dash, we'll see the algorithm, we'll refer the algorithm and I'll explain. Yes, old 1 is equal to 1. Now we have to assume what are the values of old 1, new 1 and the old 2 and new 2. So old 1 is equal to 1, new 1 is equal to 0 and old 2 is equal to 0 and new 2 is equal to 0. And we are assuming B dash is equal to B and C dash is equal to C. What is B dash here? What is B here? It is the value that is 79, I think, 79. So B dash will be 79 and the C dash is equal to C means C is nothing but 12. And initially what we are going to assume, the value of R is 2. So while R is greater than 1, we have to check. See, in the first step, obviously, or since we are assuming R is equal to 2, it will satisfy the condition, that is R is greater than 1. So what I am doing, Q is equal to, I can get into the loop, that is Q is equal to B by C. So what is B by C? That is nothing but 79 by 12, or the quotient is, whatever the quotient I am getting, that will be there, and the remainder is B mod C. As we said, in the mod operation we have to give the remainder value. Then temp 1 is equal to old 1 minus new 1 into Q. So what is the value of temp 1? Old 1 minus new 1 into Q1. What is old 1 here? It is 1 and the new 1 is 0 into quotient. Whatever quotient we are getting after dividing B by C, that has to be replaced here. The answer whichever we are getting in the temp 1, that has to be stored in the new 1. And the old 1 is equal to new 1. Now old 1 will be considered as a new 1. Next, temp 2 is equal to old 2 minus new 2. Old 2 minus new 2 into quotient. So what is the quotient? Whatever we have got there. Then old 2 now will be new 2. Now what will be the old 2? New 2 value will now become as a new 2. And new 2 is equal to now the temp value, whichever we have calculated now, temp 2 value. Then B dash is equal to C dash and C dash is equal to R. Now B dash value will be the C dash value, as in the Euclid algorithm we said, right? The previous value of C dash will be the new value of B dash. So the same thing we are going to do here, and the C dash is nothing but the remainder. The same thing we have seen in the Euclidean algorithm also. So finally, if I get the remainder as 1, I have to stop the process. And what is the answer? inverse of the two values is the new 2 value will be the inverse or the answer of the operation. This is how it is working. See, so as we said, now b value is, we have to assume b dash is equal to b. So what is b value? That is 79. C dash is equal to c, we said, so it is 12, and r is equal to 2 also we assumed, as said in the algorithm. These are all assumed values whichever is in the algorithm. The same thing we have copied into the tabular column. Then what we have to do, 79 divided by 12. So if I divide 79 by 12, my quotient will be 6 and the remainder is 7. Quotient is 6 and the remainder is 7. So what I have to do now? Now I have to calculate the temp 1 value. What is temp 1 value? Old one minus new one into q. So what is my old one? 1 minus 0 into q. Then I'll get some value, that is temp 1 value here. That is 1. Then old 2 minus new 2 into q. So old 2 is 0 minus 1 into q is nothing but 6. So that will be my new temp 2 value. So what should be done now? In the next step. So since I didn't get the remainder as 1, I have to go for the next step. I have to repeat the next operation. So what I am doing, the c dash will be considered as b dash and the remainder will be considered. See the remainder. What was the remainder? Sorry, we are in this step. So the remainder is remainder is 7. So this 7 will go here for the second step and we have to divide it now. Then if I divide 12 divided by 7 is the remainder 5. It goes here, and what we have to do, this temp 1 value, that is temp 1 value will go here for the next step and the temp 2 value will be go here for the new 2. Temp 1 will go as a new one here and the temp 2 value will be going for this value here. So we have to exchange as said in the algorithm. Now again we have to calculate old one minus new one into q. What is q value here? It is 1. So I'll get some new temp value. Then old 2 minus new 2. So I have to do the operations until I get the remainder as 1. Now in the last operation, in the step where you got the remainder as 1, you have to check what is the value of new 2. What is the value of new 2 here? It is 33. So that would be my answer. So that would be my answer. What is temp 2? Temp 2 is nothing but the new 2 value that you can write. So whatever you have calculated as temp 2, that will be the new 2 value for the next step. So this is how the extended Euclidean algorithm works. So please take a problem and execute, then you can understand. If you see like this, it will be looking so confused. So please take the problem and do it step by step, then you will come to know the answers. Okay, this is how the extended Euclidean algorithm works. It is just to calculate the inverse. That's it. So with this, we are concluding the session. Thank you. Bye bye.